Sekiro won Game of the Year, and I honestly think that's like one of the best achievements, considering like all the contenders were really good, and Sekiro stood out. Granted, I definitely had some doubts about Sekiro. Like the contenders for like Resident Evil 2 clearly could have won, but it feels really good knowing that these games are being held to like the highest of originality. Like they're really stepping up their game, so it shows a good path that's coming in the next few years, you know. Like even though Death Stranding had its issues, it had a very strong direction, and it deserved its award for best direction in gaming, and I definitely agree with it. The fact that Sekiro won Game of the Year, though, it's such, and I'm going to say this again, it's an explosive reminder. It's an explosive reminder that From Software knows what they're doing. And like all their games are just, they're bangers. They're insane. And to be constantly rewarded for really like putting your best foot forward, especially in the gaming industry, it's leagues above any compliment. It really makes it so you understand what's expected of you. And it's this I don't want to use the word courage, but they're not afraid to take the path, the road less traveled, you know. Like granted, it plays a lot like Dark Souls, but it's not the same thing. It's totally different. It's got a whole new story, a whole new combat system, new characters. There's no PvP. There was no PvP, and they still won Game of the Year. Like, that's really hard for a lot of games to do. And I mean, typically when it comes to award shows, especially like the VMAs, I don't believe in anything. I don't believe it. Like, it's not fair to rank music compared to movies and video games, because there's so much music that you haven't heard that it's almost impossible to judge everything within the year. Especially when artists like Taylor Swift win Best Song of the Year for a song that came out a month or two before the awards actually happened. Doesn't make any sense. But when a game comes out, everyone knows the game is out. It's all over YouTube. Everyone knows everything about it. They've seen it at Twitch streams. They've seen the Mixer streams, Facebook gaming now. It's all over. So you can't miss a beat for most of these games. In fact, very few of them slip under the cracks. And it's really heartwarming to see all these contenders for just an amazing amount of work that was put into these games. So honestly, Sekiro's winning is such a good foothold for what's expected for next year, especially since like Apex Legends, which I love Apex Legends. I think Apex deserved to win best multiplayer. And then Fortnite won Best Continuous Game, despite the fact that I don't care about it. It deserved its win. It really did. A lot of people play that game. A lot of people sink countless hours of joy into it, and it's not necessarily just a battle royale. There's a lot going on for it, and the staff continues to do different things and constantly throw new ideas out. And it's really good to see just the originality that sparks from most of these AAA studios, you know? That's why you didn't see Ubisoft in any of the nominations. That's why you didn't see EA in any of the nominations. There's no originality with them anymore. So it's really heartwarming to see that all these games that really earn their keep receive these awards. So I'm definitely a huge advocate of Sekiro, and if you haven't played it, I definitely recommend trying it. It's a very difficult game. If you played it like 150 times over and then you clear the game, it's not hard to you, but for most of us it's going to be hard. But I beat it, it's worth it, and I definitely recommend checking it out. That and Resident Evil 2, which I strongly believe could have easily have taken Game of the Year. So check them out.